So, you've got a check from another country, and you're wondering if you can just walk into a bank and cash it, right? Well, it's a bit more nuanced than that, but let's break it down. First things first, if you're in a foreign country and you want to deposit a check into a bank account, it's usually doable. Many banks have automated machines that allow you to deposit checks directly. Just pop in, follow the instructions on the screen, and voila, your money is on its way into your account. Now, if you're thinking about cashing a check in a foreign country, that's a different story. It's not as straightforward as depositing. Generally, you'll need to go through a bank, and the process can take a bit of time. When you hand over that check, it's not like they hand you the equivalent amount of cash right there on the spot. Nope, it doesn't work that way. The bank will typically tell you that it will take a certain number of business days to process the check. And by business days, they mean the days when banks are open, so weekends and holidays don't count. This processing time is not uniform and can vary from one bank to another, but it's often in the ballpark of 14 to 21 business days. Yes, you read that right. Potentially 3 weeks. Now, why does it take so long? Well, it's partly because the check needs to go through a verification process. The bank wants to make sure that the check is legitimate and that there's enough money in the issuer's account to cover it. They don't want to hand you a wad of cash only to find out later that the check bounced. And speaking of cash, there's another thing you need to be aware of: fees. Yep, banks love their fees. When you're dealing with international checks, there's often a fee associated with the process. It could be a flat fee or a percentage of the check amount, and it's subtracted from the final sum you get. So, to sum it up, can you cash a check internationally? Yes, you can, but it's not as quick and easy as you might hope. Plan for a waiting period of at least a couple of weeks, and don't forget about those pesky fees. If you're in a hurry or don't want to deal with the hassle, you might want to explore other options, like using a currency exchange service or checking if the check issuer can provide the funds through a more immediate method.